Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's its next move? Let's find out in the charts right here. Ooh boy, Bitcoin, man, it started to take off, and I was like telling you to not go long here, and man, look at that. Oof, brutal. We're going to talk about that and more in today's episode. Actually, man, it's even worse on Ethereum. Oh my god, damn. That was going to be painful for a lot of people, but hey, you know what? The trade's still good. The trade's good, still good. We're going to talk about that trade in Ethereum and Bitcoin and what's going on in the market, and also what's going on with Ethereum. And everybody's talking about Putin banning cryptocurrency transactions. What does that mean? Well, is it the end of crypto? Not really, but we'll talk about that in this episode with figuring out how to trade Ethereum and Bitcoin. Okay, let's get on with it, right? And figure out where we can actually make some money on this thing. We can see that right here, as we move into the charts, you can see that Bitcoin, oh my goodness, is reversed on us. Is this over? The sell signal is on the Rockin thing indicator, and it's indicating on the 4 hour. So let's zoom out before we like really go, okay, this is a game over. We need to, when in doubt, zoom out. So let's do exactly that. So let's go to daily and take a look at what's happening. Okay, we can see that there's a clear uptrend here and nothing has changed. And we can add in the Rockin indicator and see that it is in the buy cycle. So this is a positive indication there. Let's take a look at some of the also the other indicators to help us determine whether or not we should be a buyer here or going the other way. You can see that the what's it called, RSI is slightly oversold, so we could have a reversal here. We have to accept, what is a trend? The trend is your friend to the end, and the trend says, hey, you know what? We are probably going to be going down more than up. So we're going to have to stick with that, unfortunately. When it comes to Bitcoin, this is we're bouncing off on the 4 hour, bouncing off the 13 EMA. This is a good sign for the bulls, but looking at the longer time frame, it's not so good. And you can see that here, if we have this particular trend line, we can come back down to this trend line before we actually turn around. Even though the trend is not your friend on this one. And we could say that we've got some more downside to go. Looking at this downward move on the lower time frames, we could be bouncing instead of like going further down. But could be bouncing? Yes, I know. It's this horrible technical analysis. It's always, well, which ways to go? What's going on? And it's never absolutely definitive. Yes, that's right. Because you can never know what's going to happen in the market with 100% accuracy. Live with it. All you can do is trade it and get 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio so that you are right. If you are right more than 50% of the time, you make money. That's how you make money trading. No, there's no other way to do it. You cannot expect to be 100% accurate with technical analysis. It is not possible. Okay. With that said, let's take a look and see where this thing is going. We can see that we have a little bit of a W, but I would not go for it, right? Because I don't go for W's that start with the downtrend. So the first downtrend, then up, then down, and then up. It's usually going to make you lose, especially since that's the trend is down. So don't go for those types of W's, right? What you want to look for is an actual W after the fact. After that, so if there's another W here, then that's one you want to go for, not this one here. So, where the best thing to do, right? Even though this probably looks like a turnaround because of the Hail Mary. If you know how I always like the Hail Mary. The Hail Mary trade already took off right here. We missed it, right? So when it reverses, when the market reverses, it's good to buy the 78.6 and, stop loss at the wick and take it up. You can see that the Hail Mary gave you the nice win there, right? It was a scary win, right? You can see as usual, right? That's why it's called the Hail Mary. You're like, Hail Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners from the end of time. And so you can see that the Hail Mary already took off, and we've already gone higher and broken up on the 15-minute. And we can see that, hey, it's above the 13 EMA. Going further, I really think that this thing could come right back to us. So I don't suggest that you buy this level here at all. I think you should wait for the 61.8 because it's now moving to the higher time frames, this trade. So usually when the trade moves to the higher time frames, I do not like the Hail Mary all that much. You can see that we could be breaking out here, but it's too early to tell. I would suggest that we wait until we see more candlesticks on the hourly across here and we break above this trend line here. Okay, moving to Ethereum. Ethereum, right? Oh my God. Oof. This was a painful trade. Ah, boy. As you can see, this was the trade that I was suggesting yesterday. And yeah, look at that. It's some serious pain. We broke above this top point and then immediately reversed. Oh, I really hate breakout trades because, they can be very, very painful to wait. They might still work out. They still work out, but they end up making you suffer and pay for it. If you're in this trade and you've made this trade and you've said, okay, well, I'm going to accept the losses. Accept the losses. That's it. Just as long as you did not lose your shirt. Because I'm sure people are coming back to me and they're saying, yeah, I lost everything in that. And I'm telling you, you don't trade where you dump all your money on one trade and hope to make yourself rich. If you do that, this is how you're going to lose everything, right? When you're trading in cryptocurrencies. So we can see that Ethereum has reversed from the top, from the peak here where it was supposed to break out, and we're bouncing off the 13 AMA on the 4-hour. We should turn around here. Let's just see. Let's take a look at the Fibonacci levels. Hopefully it's a 38.2. That would be sweet. Yes, the 38.2 is not quite made it there, but this wick is pretty heavy, so let's just move the indicator to this $1,034. We're going to start there, and you can see that the 38.2 is exactly where the 13 AMA is. So we could probably say that with some degree of confidence that, hey, this is a good area to see Ethereum bounce. Keep yourself in this trade and maybe even try to find another trade on the lower time frames. Okay, let's move on to the news. Ethereum devs pencil in September date for merge. Members of the Ethereum community have set their sights on a new date for the blockchain's long-awaited merge. Come September 19th, the network is expected to merge from its current state of proof of work blockchain to an energy-efficient proof-of-stake, POS, network. That sounds great, right? That sounds awesome. September 19th, that's for sure. Then it continues on with a quote. This merge timeline isn't final, but it's extremely exciting to see it coming together. Oh my God. There's few things you can guarantee in life that are absolutes, right? And I can name 3 of them, right? One is death, the other one's taxes, and Ethereum 2.0 delay. Oh, darn. When are we going to see Ethereum 2.0? I don't know. Hopefully it's going to be sometime this year, but it will come. And this will crush the market for all other alts that are saying, well, you can't use Ethereum because it's got... the high fees are too high, right? You can't use it. Well, once that opens up, all the 32 shards, then there's no problem with fees, and that will crush all of these other alts. in price because a lot of them, especially Solana, are just living off the fact that, hey, well, it's too slow over there, too slow, too many fees, right? But that won't matter. I really think the market should move on thinking about a second layer solution for Ethereum instead of working on a second chain. This is a more improved way to actually advance Ethereum and advance your project. Because now, if you have a second layer, you can use the second layer in a federated way so that it's a little bit more centralized, but can have the massive throughput. And whenever somebody's finished on your chain, they could just post it onto the Ethereum chain and move to some other network or to some other shard on the Ethereum. So that's the right way to do it, I think, my personal opinion. Moving to, oh my God, this is it, game over. Game over. You know, people have always told me that, what happens to crypto? People ban it. Yeah, you know what? If the government's ban crypto, that's it. You might as well sell all your crypto. Because, history has shown whenever governments ban payment systems, right, nobody uses it. Everybody stops using it. Like, for example, so many times they banned dollars in Russia. And, every single person gave up their dollars and never used dollars again in Russia. Oh, wait. No, wait. That's not true. They used dollars still, even though it was illegal to do so. Yes. Why? Because they wanted to survive. The ruble is useless and gets crushed in price. And so it's clear that they need a monetary system that works, and people will use what works. But the Russian President Vladimir Putin today signed into law, that was actually yesterday, a national ban on using digital assets for payments. That action comes after the Russian government and central banks have long debated what to do about cryptocurrencies. Okay, it doesn't matter what governments do. We can see that in many different countries, not only in Russia. Like, for example, in Argentina, it was illegal to trade dollars for the real price of the pesos in Argentina. But people did it anyways, right? They did it on the streets. They did it anywhere they could, and it doesn't matter, right? Because people want to survive. They want to make sure that they have their wealth not stolen from them from their governments. And Bitcoin will do that now and in the future. And so there is no stopping Bitcoin. Governments can't stop Bitcoin. Why? Because Bitcoin's real, Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Thanks.